The big battle episode of Season 8 of Game of Thrones is airing next week. We got our first glimpse of it in the Episode 3 promo that aired at the end of this week's episode, so let's dive into it and break down what we saw. We first see the Unsullied outside the gates of Winterfell with Grey Worm taking charge. Jon and Daenerys look far off overlooking Winterfell. They look pretty far removed from the action, but we'll get back to that later. Sam stands his ground as all of the armored soldiers pass him. I'd be curious to see where Sam ends up in the battle, considering he told his Night's Watch friends he'd be joining the fighting, but gave his family's sword to Jorah. Sansa and Arya stand atop Winterfell's walls. Will Sansa stay out during the fighting, or will she be rushed into the crypts with the other women and children? Davos is also atop the walls, so it looks like he'll be commanding the archers up there. Next, we've got a concerned-looking Varys in the crypt, with Gilly and baby Sam visible in the background. Tyrion looks concerned, but it's hard to tell if he's going to be staying underground as instructed, or if he'll end up joining the fight. We get a quick glimpse of Jorah, and he's going to be one of the soldiers fighting outside Winterfell. It's unclear where exactly Jon is geographically here, but we'll circle back around to him in a second. Here's another shot of the army outside Winterfell. A bloodied Arya is looking scared as she runs down a hallway. Who or what she's running from is unclear, but take a look at her hand and it looks like she's carrying a piece of the new weapon Gendry made for her. Here's another shot of the Unsullied as they prepare for the fight. The Hound and Beric are inside the halls of Winterfell, on the lookout for something. I'm curious to see how the White Walker army breaches the walls of Winterfell, because clearly in the Hound Beric scene and the Arya running scene, things are going down inside the walls. Next we get a shot of Daenerys riding Drogon, and then we got more Unsullied shots. Next we've got Theon and his small crew of Ironborn soldiers defending Bran at the God's Wood. Clearly the plan to lure the Night King there is producing some results. And then we see Jon in the God's Wood unsheathing his sword. I've got a really bad feeling for Theon here. I think if Jon is in the God's Wood, it's because the plan worked and they've lured the Night King there. And if the Night King gets there before Jon does, I'm not too big a fan of Theon's chances here. I'm going to be a bigger wreck than Sansa and Theon were in their reunion. And then we get a shot of Daenerys and Jon, seemingly a continuation of them from the beginning of the trailer. Daenerys says the line, "The dead are already here." I'm guessing aunt and nephew Targaryen steal away for a moment to hash out that whole rightful heir situation before realizing that now is most certainly not the time. And then we see the newly knighted Sir Brienne lead her soldiers outside Winterfell, Jaime by her side. Are you prepared for the battle next week? Who do you think is going to die? Who do you hope survives? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're curious of all the info that's already out there about next week's battle, we've got you covered. So check out that video if you want to know all the key info that's been revealed so far in interviews and behind the scenes reports. Like this video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.